Well, hello guys, welcome back. They keep telling me I have to do the full name, so meet Pumpkin Sugar Dot Magnolia Snow Blossom the Third. That's her full name. Isn't she adorable? She's so tiny. Because I can't get something here legally, this was suggested as a substitution. Little tiny puppy. So this was suggested as a substitution. I would get the other thing, but I went looking just for the heck of it today, and I saw the other thing, $2,800 worth, and I looked at it and I said, "That is beautiful." And baby, if I could walk across the street and afford it, you would have it. But yeah, not happening. And he knows that. And it's not, I don't think it's legal in the state. So wolf puppy it was. this this wolf puppy is doing a lot of stand-in. So what do you think? You doing a lot of stand-in? Yeah, she's doing a lot of stand-in. Same thing for horns. I think the horn itself would be okay, but I don't know. Like the antlers I discussed yesterday have part of the deer attached, so that probably won't work. And it's kind of one of those things where we have to adapt and we have to change and have to be able to do stuff. I understand some people find stuff upsetting, and I understand some people do substitutions in paganism and they do it just fine. I used to for years. But the longer I've worked with the old man, I'm like, hey, I would rather have the actual stuff and just do it for you the right way. No, we're going to get the results. I took him window shopping and showed him all the things I'm not allowed to buy him or have on the channel. He appreciated the gesture, he really did. You can get real if it would be for Loki, if it would be coyote, or it would be fox because they're considered pests, but you can't get the woos. And forget about affording bear. I think you can get it. I've certainly seen a ton of mounts and furs in the States since they're native, but you can't really realistically afford those sometimes either. So substitutions have to be made. Um and we were going to bring you guys those games. Odin was actually, he's the All Father, so he loves her to death. But there was also it's really more like a shooting gallery with wolves in it. He loved that. After he got over the shock that, yeah, I'd play that, and he's seen me do it before, because remember I had those offerings of the two wolves for the old man. He after he got over his shock, he was like, he can't believe, like, as you go up, you have to shoot more and more targets, and like the last level, it's 7 or something. It's really beautiful and it's misty, and they're just like ghosts. They're ghosts. If they're standing still, you're not gonna see them. And it was, not the greatest high-end graphics, but I love that stage. And it was pointing out, he said, "This is your favorite stage." I said, "I know." There's eagles in that game, there's ducks, there's boar, which we loved, which we did a bunch for Freyr. There's deer, which we loved. Bunnies were hilarious because I guess they did no good animation for the bunnies. So you would point the pew pew and do something, and the bunny would just go flat as a pancake. I mean, just flat, like from 3D model to just flat bunny. It was hilarious, but I don't think we're allowed to show you. And same thing for the wolf stage. I said it would have made a great conversation. I guess we're having that conversation now about, do you feel that magically in today's day and age where you can't do a lot of things, do you feel that's a valid substitution? Because the gods understand our laws. The gods understand you cannot do some stuff. The gods understand that. So do you feel, magical? So let's talk about magical substitution. Do you think this little sugar dot of love is a good magical substitution for the real deal? She's what we can do legally. Do you think that all the faux throws that I have around here are a good substitution for something, something magically speaking? Some people do, and some people don't. Some people are purists, and it's the old way or nothing. I even took Odin to Amazon to show him stuff that is legal, like wild game sausage, and they had elk and venison and everything, and I wanted to get it. But then people were complaining that it came in bad, or like it was like 90% beef and pork and chicken, and there was like a smidgen of wild game in there, because I was like, this is awfully cheap for wild game. I've bought my share of bison and emu and ostrich and everything else. Usually, if it's exotic, it's more. Some might be more affordable, but I know there are also ones that it's what is it? Is it elk you can't sell to people? You can't sell something like that. It's something, and not elk because they had elk in the package. Caribou? Muley, I think. Muley. So, and what can you do? But what do you think about substitutions? What do you think about substituting little dots of joy that are awfully warm? And what do you think about, substituting out, when you go to do the traditional heathen offering, you have a bowl and you have something that looks like a tea whisk, and you make the offering out of the bowl. What would you substitute for that? You can go to your local butcher and you can get substitutions, but you can't get the actual thing unless you live in Europe, and then you're like, what's the big deal? You can't do that here. Ironically, we round up our wild horses here and we ship them to Europe, but keep them here and use them? No, never. You can tell I work with the old man. I get, yep. And I took Loki shopping. And Loki will adapt with us, so I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or step on anybody's toes, but when I was going through a really crazy part of my life and everything, and I was vegan, he was perfectly okay with substitutions and everything because he's been with me my whole life. But as I've come full circle, because when I was a little kid, I would have wore everything warm and furry. He is like, I would like that, and he's pointing at this tail or that paw or something else, and I can't decide what to get him. I said, if I get you something, I really want to, like, when it's something like that, when it's a wild crafted product, I said, I really want to have hands-on experience and be able to touch it because, pro tip, if you're going to buy something warm and furry, even if it's a fake, we'll use her for a substitution. You should be able to run your hands like this and not get a bunch of fur on your hand. If you're getting a bunch of fur, if it smells, if it just feels funny, it should feel nice. It should feel nice. It should feel warm and luxurious. That's why we wear it. If it feels nice, warm, luxurious, smells clean, it should not still smell funky or something. A good tanning process it should smell lovely and presentable. Fur should not be coming out. You can buy bad things that they did that it's stretched funny or something else. You can buy those at a discount. But other than being oddly shaped, the fur should still be in it. It shouldn't be shedding fur. It shouldn't be stinky. It shouldn't have any kind of funny growth on it or anything. It's, just like buying leather goods. You know what leather goods should look like. You know what leather goods should smell like. A vast majority of people, you've probably worn leather a lot yourself. Same deal. If it would smell bad or it would smell really strong, like they use formaldehyde to preserve it, you would know not to get that, right? Yeah. So I told Loki, I said I have some concern because some of the stuff we saw, some of it, people were saying, this smells really bad. I don't know what they'd hand this with, but it smells bad. So we're gonna see just how little fox pushes we can do for this. What do you guys think about substitutions? Because usually that is more expensive, though I've seen bow run twice the price or more than the real deal. What do you think about substitutions? My 2 cents is that if the gods know you can't do it, whether it's for money, or it's for how you feel, or you just can't, it's a law, I think they're fine with it. I think they're fine with it. But I also think that if you want to have it, and you can afford it, go ahead, have fun. So, we hope you guys like that one. We're still going to fit these videos into the channel somehow. We're just going to be careful. Like, butterfly collecting. You probably couldn't show that now either. And I'm like, you're not going to be able to show people anything, but we're going to be using lots of props to show you and talk about stuff, like this stuff on her outside. What's it called? We hope you guys liked that one. We're just trying to keep it a little fun. We're trying to hit it a little bit. We've been talking, my cooking's off a little bit lately, so we're not going to be hitting the game stew that we were going to show you, which wouldn't have been actual game. It would have been beef substitution, so we would have been good to go. But know, we were going to do that, but we've got actually some hunter stew in the oven right now about to come out, but it's like the tail end of it, and it's just everything from cans. I think you guys know how to do that. So, if you like what you see, God, this is really becoming a very outdoorsy channel. I know, right? So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.